what is up, buttercups? It is Amy, and Mr. J-Dog is already on the bus on his way to school. Yeah, didn't really get a chance to do too much vlogging yesterday. We had some issues yesterday, unfortunately. Everything was perfectly fine all day. You know, like, I got no phone calls, no, like, text, nothing, no emails, stating that he was having any problems or whatever. And then at 2:30 in the afternoon, now mind you, they get out of school at like 5 after 2. Okay, 2:30 in the afternoon is when they decide to call me and tell me that the bus decided to take him all the way back to school because he was having a meltdown on the bus. Now, they were already halfway through their route to get the kids home. And literally, my house is about maybe 1.5 miles away from school. It really is not that far. And my question to everybody was, well, why didn't they just drop him off first when they knew they had a problem? Instead, they went and took their day out, and they went and like screwed the whole route, and then took everybody back to the school so they could redo the route again. And I'm like, that just makes no sense whatsoever. But needless to say, Jared came home and he had all kinds of bruises, bumps, and scratches on his head, and he was a mess. He was an absolute mess. His poor head is all like tore up. I'll have to show it to you later. Like, he's got like cuts going all the way up the top of his head from banging his head. When I spoke to the bus driver this morning, I asked her, I was like, well, what exactly? I don't know. Now, this bus driver wasn't exactly very forthcoming with information either. Paula, who is the one-on-one on the bus, is the only one aide that is like kind of left over from last year. And like, again, we're like, okay, so what triggered it? Like, what happened? Was there another kid on the bus that maybe threw something or was saying or did something that, I don't know, set him off somehow? I have no idea. But instead of calling me during the day, because apparently it wasn't just this incident on the bus. Apparently, here we go again with the lack of communication issue. In the morning, around 9:30 or so, is when they go to gym. And then once again, the gymnasium, we had a problem. We are coming back from the gym, and we started having transition issues, they're calling it. I don't think it was transition personally. I think something else was going on. Just my personal opinion. Yeah, but so needless to say, it was like one of them days yesterday. I was lost. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I said, this is like, I went over and picked them up, and the teacher is standing there and like waiting for me. And, well, wait, let me back up for a minute. First off, I pull into the parking lot, and they have this crusty, crotchety old man doing security for the school, which I had to laugh to myself. I'm thinking, what is this man actually going to do if there's a problem? Because, I mean, literally, they probably pulled him out of a retirement. I mean, he looked like he was about 90 years old. And he said, are you Jared's mom? And I'm like, yeah. And he says, oh, they're all around in the back in the classroom. And I said, well, I just got a call from the teacher stating that they were here in the office. Well, he proceeds to get in his car telling me to follow him. Well, he just gets to the exit of where we had to turn off, and he says, jumps out, goes, never mind. He said, they told me that he's in the office. I was like, yeah, I know, that's what I just said to you, and you ignored me. So, whatever, went inside. As I'm going inside the vestibule there, we got the teacher along with this side aide, I don't know who the hell she was. And the teacher's sitting there looking all solemn and concerned and whatever, and, you know, and apparently he had a problem coming out of gym, and he went to grab her, and this, that, and the other thing, and, like, we went through this whole thing again. And I'm like, well, wait, back up first off. I was like, when did this happen? Why did this happen? What was the preempt to it? Like, give me information here. Well, the ticker machine sheets that they've been sending home, they had no date on them, so I have no idea what date this thing was from. They had no, like, information on it whatsoever. They had, like, some check marks on it. I'm like, what is this supposed to do? So, yeah, that just ridiculous. I will be back with y'all in a minute, because I okay. So, yeah, had to go get some cigarettes and all that great stuff. One thing about my smoking thing, I've been actually still doing the vaping thing, and my smoking habits have been cut down dramatically, which is good. But anyhow, so yeah, needless to say, as I'm sitting there talking to this teacher, she's trying to sit there and give me like all this static about, oh, well, you know, he did this and he did that today. But you know, as quickly as he had his meltdown, he snapped right out of it earlier, but there was no problem. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I said, let's back up for a second. I said, because the number one problem that we had last year was lack of communication. I said, which I am seeing that right as of now. I'm not a happy camper with this. And yeah, so she was like, well, you know, we can't call every single time there's a problem. And I was like, well, wait a minute then. You know what? Then you shouldn't be calling me at all if you have a problem, because you know what? If you don't want something to resolve itself, you want it to resolve itself without contacting me, I'm perfectly okay with that. I was like, but don't sit there and come to me like at the end of the day saying, well, he did X, Y, and Z, but you didn't call me. I said, make your choice. I said, you know, it's a double-edged sword. I said, I don't know. Do you want to take that time to call me to see if you can figure out a problem? Or would you rather just deal with the problem by yourself all day long? So, yeah, she just kind of like stood there, looked like she had a third eyeball. Look at me like, you know. So, I'm going to go. Oh, my goodness. That was a tragedy. Trying to sit there and put air in my tire. There's water in the air hose. I'm like, really? So, yeah. I'll tell you. So, yeah. So, her aide that was standing there, I'd love to know who the name of this woman is, because she obviously don't know what she's talking about. Because first thing she had to start bringing up, first off, it's illegal for them to be bringing up his medication situation at all. No matter what the diagnosis is, no matter what anyone says there, they are not allowed to sit and discuss his medication with us. Because they're not doctors. They don't know what's going on. Yeah. She starts with, oh, well, we know his decrease in his medication. I was like, no. I said, don't even try that. I said, because first off, he's been weaning off this medication all summer long. I said, yes, we've had a little bit of behaviors, but nothing in comparison to what you're trying to tell me he's doing. So I don't know exactly what the problem is, but y'all better resolve it. And she was like, well, you know, we're just wondering if the medication... No, it's had nothing to do with the medication. I said, if that was the case, we would have been having a lot of problems all summer long. And I said, he did fine at home. I said, ESY, there was very minimal problems, unless there's something no one's telling me. Again, no communication. And I said, and he did 2 weeks stint in a summer camp, a special needs summer camp, and had one issue in 2 weeks. I was like, so tell me it's his medicine. And she just kind of looked at me like, yeah. So, I'm telling you, these people are not going to want to mess with me like this year, because I am not having it. I will pull him out of that school first before I deal with all this. This is just ridiculous. So, yeah. Needless to say, yeah, so that's how our day went yesterday. This morning, I got my Shady Brook grind going on. Jared's got the school grind going on. Hoping and praying everything will be very cool, calm, and collected today. That we'll have a good day. No problems. The bus driver, I don't know about her now. Because I went to ask her this morning very nicely. I wasn't attitude or anything. And I said to her, I was like, well, I said, what happened yesterday? She's like, I don't know. I was like, what? It was just the cop-off attitude she had. Well, I could concern with the other student's safety, and he almost hit that. And hold on, back up. All I'm asking you, do you have an idea of what triggered it? And all this bus driver could do was complain about he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. Paula, who is the aide on the bus, knows Jared's situation a little bit, and I just looked at her and I said, any idea what triggered it? And she's like, the only thing I could think of is, she said, right away he started bringing up about my mom, dad, Dee. And I was like, okay. I said, so that might be just his little emotional roller coaster that he goes through on occasion, you know. And she said, well, that's what I kind of figured. She said, but he really started banging his head and started worrying the bus driver. And I was like, oh, okay. And I said, was it actually him banging his head, or was it him pressing his head into the window? And of course, the bus driver got to come out right away. He's like, no, he was banging his head. I was afraid he was going to break his skull open. My son has never, ever banged his head that hard. Ever. My son doesn't do head banging. He presses. There are differences in this. But whatever. So it is what it is. So right as of now, we're on our way to work, and hopefully it'll be a nice, peaceful day, and we'll see how the day goes, and hopefully I'll have a good update for y'all tonight. Okay, so we're at karate, and this is day 1 without his medication, so we're gonna see how well we did with the teacher. And so far, he's been pretty good today. Like I said, day 1, no meds at all. This is nothing. He's on baseline now. There's nothing controlling anything. There's no chemical control. And as you can see, he can very well focus on his own. A little antsy, yes. He was a little emotional this afternoon, yes. But nothing that we haven't been dealing with. He's following direction with no problems. He knows exactly where to put his little cone set up. Run, run, run! It's his little calisthenic thing they do to get the warm-up going. I love how he runs. He's so distracted. It's raining like a stinker out there. It's like cats and dogs coming down. And he keeps stopping the wind to look at the rain like, woo. He's doing a really good job. Alright. Run it back. Run! Run, run, run! Run! There you go. Put your gloves on. I've been trying to show him how to put them on them by himself, but he's not. I don't know if it's that he's not coordinated for it, or he just is like really confused by them. Okay, get your other glove. Good job.
Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
I gotta learn this one.
Oh, we're gonna take our front leg. Front leg, bring that way up. Yeah, put back down. This time, we're gonna point your toes. And put back down. We'll point our toes in a second. Bring it one more time.
You would think that'd be natural for him. With curling his toes, you would think that'd be natural with him loving to be tippy-toe walking all the time.
Yeah, we'll get it. Let's see if we do this, right? Hands up. That's a chair. Right hands to your cheeks. Take that front leg. Now you bring that knee up. Right? Now you bring it even higher.
Good job, bud.
Take that, right? You're gonna turn sides for me. I'm gonna help you one time. Hands up.
This is huge for him, the balance thing.
Take this front leg, bring your knee up.
Watch.
Ready? Take your toes. Point your toes. Oh, no, point your toes.
He's grabbing onto you.
Right, you got it. You just need to
You're doing good, bud.
Right, eyes. Right? You should take this front leg, pick it up. We'll hold it for you for 1 second. Pick it up. Nope, you got it by yourself. Don't worry, you're not gonna fall.
You got you.
Ready? Look, nope, lean back. Lean back. Get off your toes.
There you go.
Let go. Let go. Let go. Jared. Let go. Come on. Both hands. I got you. Don't worry. See? I got you. Both hands by your cheeks. Cheeks.
You all right, baby? You got it. You're doing good.
Take this foot.
You're doing good, buddy.
You can't push down. Look at me. Eyes. You can't push down, okay? Look at me. Jared. If I'm holding you up, you don't have to worry because I'm holding you. Alright? You can't push down though. You can't push it down, Smith. It's going to make you fall. Hands up. Ready? Take this front foot or you're going to just put your toes.
There you go. Good job, bud. It's a lot better. Watch. Look what he's doing with his foot. Watch his foot. Get in there.
Put it into my cheeks. Can you turn your belly sideways? Put your belly facing Miss Mary. Jared, eyes. Put your belly facing that way. No, I just say go over there. Move your belly facing that way. Your head's looking at me. Awesome. Hands up. Hands over your cheeks. Right cheeks. Hands over your cheeks. Let me see that kick that we just did. Chamber and kick. Right? Chamber and kick right here. Close, right? That's like inside crescent kick. That's what we're normally used to. That's why I used to say.
Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words.
And do your nose, open up. Look at your knee. See how it's pointing to the side? Look at me. You're trying to push right now, so you're gonna make that kick harder. You want to keep this nice and relaxed, so you kick, your kick's right there, your knees down. Right, your knees down, it stays like that.
Now. That's good. Jay, that was very good, bud.
Take your gloves off.
Here you go. Hey guys, alright, so we are down to the end of our day today. And what do you say, Jared? What do you have to say? Hello?
No.
Yeah? We haven't said hello to the camera in a while, have we? Cap Smudge? Cap Smudge? As you can see, poor little man's face is all tore up again. We were having problems again with school the other day. Apparently we, again, were having problems on the transportation end. Where he started banging on his head and whatnot, and that was the result. Even that with the helmet, which is even weirder. So anywho, but yeah. So I made sure I got some nice footage of Jared today with his karate lesson. He did very, very good at karate today. He had a pretty good day at school. And, drum roll please, this is one solid day with no medication. This is little man medication free right now. That's right, dude?
Right there.
So, yep. How do we feel? How do you feel?
Good.
You feel good? Do you feel better without the medicine?
What's the medicine?
Do you feel better without it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You look a lot better, too. You look like you got your head together a little bit. Are you happy you're not on medicine anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you are. I know I am. At least that's one less thing we gotta tackle in life, right? So I look at it this way, you know what? This is my little man without the meds, and he did pretty good with his lesson without the meds. He did a full day of school with no complaints without the meds. So we definitely don't have problems as far as being medicated. I don't think so. Do we? I think he will be just fine without his meds at this point. Yeah, so, I mean, I basically wanted to show the karate stuff, and I recorded that specifically the way I did because I want the school to see exactly what can be done with him, and that can relax him and stuff like that. So, Mr. Justin was doing all different kinds of exercises with him and activity with him and just keeping up with him, and very, very interactive with Justin. He did a great job with him. He listened to all the directions and stuff like that. So, you know, we've had no problems like as far as that. So we're starting our battles early now, and it, you know, I have a feeling it's going to get uglier before it gets prettier. But for now, everything is calm, cool, and collected, right? And little man, he's been sitting here just chilling, right? Are you chilling? You are a mess. Look at this head. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's got senior pictures coming up in the next week or two. Let's hope those scrapes and scratches are all done. Hey, you gonna help me close this vlog out or what? You can just up and walk away on me. Alright, so I think we're gonna close this vlog out for the evening. Hey Jay, what do we want to tell everybody? We want to...
Bumpo?
Right?
Right?
Uh-huh.
Surprise?
Uh-huh.
Different.
Uh-huh. And... ring the bell. Ring that bell for post notifications. Mwah. And my little man and I are going to get out of here. And just like the little man said, hit that like, subscribe button. And make sure you ring the bell so you know next time I'm posting. And I will catch you all.
Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby?